morning. This is Sabah Fakhoury for the Heart at Home podcast on Friday, February 12th, 2021. I'm back. I've been on hiatus. I wanted to give the world time to heal, give you time to focus on your family, your community. I hope all is well. I wanted to come back to talk to you this weekend because Valentine's Day is coming up on Sunday. And of course, I also just wanted to talk in general. Before I get started on my talk today, I wanted to remind you of 3 previous episodes that I had done last year in 2020. Episode 21 on February 13. In 2020, called Love is in the Air. Just some suggestions on things you can do for someone that you love. Episode 22 from February 14, 2020, entitled Where is Harry?, where I share with you a very personal story of an online scammer. And then the following day in episode 23 on February 15, in where I share with you how to protect yourself online. Now, why am I revisiting this topic? Because every year we keep seeing the same stories. In fact, just yesterday, my sister sent me a story from WXYZ TV here in Detroit entitled, Don't Let Scammers Break Your Heart and Your Bank Account. Again, wherever you might be living, I'm sure you're seeing similar stories. It's a recurring topic. It's an important one to me here at the Heart and Home podcast, not just because heartbreak is something that happened to me. It's because it's happened to everyone. I'm not just talking about somebody that doesn't reciprocate your love or someone that doesn't like you anymore. I'm not just talking about not getting that proposal from your significant other. I'm not talking about your husband who's cheated on you. I'm talking about people who may have lost a son or a daughter or a parent or a life partner. I'm talking about other people who've also experienced heartbreak. Heartbreak is a very important topic to cover, and at some point in your life, I'm sure someone has disappointed you. You might have brushed it off, and you might have just said, oh, I don't really care. But trust me, if you continue to push down any problems that happen to you on the outside, those feelings and emotions will eventually bubble up and cause you to make rash decisions perhaps one day about something or someone, lash out at someone else. There's so many things that could happen. I just don't want you to be in denial. One thing that we have to keep in mind is every person that comes into your life teaches you something. So if you look at something that happened to you as a life learning experience, you'll start to heal a lot faster. You probably heard the saying, well, to have loved is better than to not have to love at all. To love and be loved. Oh, the idea of love. So many people are in love with the idea of love. But with love comes vulnerability. You have to lower your wall. You have to let someone in. And that's a very personal decision that you make. The onus is on you. You're the one that decide that you want to fall in love with this person. Oh, yeah, your heart's going pitter, 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 patter. And oh, they're just giving you all kinds of attention. And oh, you're just feeling great. And you're over the moon. And you're walking on cloud 9. Oh, yeah, I understand all that. But I also warned you before, you have to know the difference between love and lust. We're not going to go there today. But with any relationship, it could involve a child, a life partner, or even a friend. Communication is key. If you're not able to communicate to the other person how you're feeling, it doesn't matter. You can blame everybody else till the cows come home, till the moon turns blue. It doesn't matter. Either you communicate your feelings to the other person and let them know if something's bothering you or things that you like, don't like, or you could just continue to blame them and figure out what went wrong, who did what, and go over everything over and over again, and then jump into another relationship and guess what? Repeat the same thing. Repeat the same bad choice again. Choose the same type of person again without getting to know them first. Communication. Learn how to be genuine, honest, and don't be afraid to let them know how you feel. Don't worry if they run. Let them. At least they'll leave before they break your heart. Don't give them a chance to do that. Don't invest your time into anyone else unless they are going to communicate, care about you, listen to you, and hear what you have to say. Then there's the issue of gender issues. I don't want to get into, guys and girls here, but it is a proven fact, and many studies have been done, and many books have been written. Number one book is Men Are From Venus and Women Are From Mars, or the other way around. I can't remember. It's an old book that I read years and years ago, and it talks about the difference in gender issues. I also shared with you the importance of love languages and being able to explain to your partner whether words are important to you or whether deeds and things and or gifts. But again, that's a personal thing between you. Another issue is in your home, how you were raised, the example that your parents set. If you come from a broken home, that's going to be a different situation for you. If you had lovebirds for parents that were married happily for their entire life and they never remarried after one partner died, then you might have those same, goals for your relationship. The environment that you grow up in. Are you from a family where people just don't divorce and they just stay in unhappy marriages? Were you set up in a marriage? Getting to choose a partner, that's a big issue in my culture and many other cultures as well. The age that you get married, that's another topic. Those are all things that could take an entire episode just to talk about them. But today, we're just going to take the issue of heartbreak. And the most important thing, and I know if you're young and in your 20s, heartbreak is much more devastating than, say like in your 30s or 40s or even 50s, if you walk away from a 20-year marriage or you decide your career is more important, or whatever reason, you're not going to move across the country because your loved one took another job, or it's just too much to invest to ask you to do something like that. But hey, if you do take that leap of faith, like Meghan Markle did, and she moved to London for Prince Harry, they're back in the States now, she had actually left her husband because she decided that she wanted to go to Toronto to shoot the series Suits that was running for, I think, 7 years she was on it. And her husband lived in LA, which is where she's from. So they broke up. She left her husband And because she left him, she created that space to find someone else. You have to take the time to heal. Don't jump into the fire pan and rebound again. And don't worry about the clock is ticking. I have to have a baby before this age. Oh my God, that causes women so many problems. I can't even tell you. One of the most important lessons that I learned from Harville Hendricks is the importance of closure in a relationship. So whether you do it with your partner, like I did with my second husband, and I sat down and I said, I'm sorry that we're not going to get to grow old together, or, just things like that, dreams and things that you had hoped for the relationship that just were never going to come. I closed that door. I wanted to just know it was over. Despite him coming back numerous times, despite him trying to win me back, despite this going on and on and on for months afterwards, I knew in my heart and in my head it was over. I tried to be polite. I tried to be nice. I tried to talk to him. I didn't want to just shut the door. And I know that's so painful for some people when somebody just cuts communication and doesn't want to be friends and doesn't want to talk to you, and you desperately need to talk to that person. I am so sorry that happened to you. But sometimes you just need to take desperate measures because people just hang on and they don't let go. And either one person has made up their mind and they've moved on, and you just either had the rug tore out from under you and you just didn't understand, you didn't see it coming, and you need somebody to talk to, and that person just doesn't want to talk. So find a good friend and talk to them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with going for therapy. Get your head straight. You're going to do most of the talking, and the therapist is just going to sit there and charge you money. But hey, that's their job. Let you talk. And then you might feel a little bit better. But don't keep going, and don't drag it on, and don't blame your parents and everybody else for your decisions and your life and your mistakes. Please. My very dear friend Lisa Nichols, and many of you might know her, had made a very profound statement. I was listening to her one day, and she said something to the effect of, people come into your life for a reason, for a season, and not all of them are there for life. Man, that made so much sense. Now, Lisa had also had problems. She was alone for many years. She raised a son on her own. The father of her son was in jail, still is in jail, and she did it on her own. But recently, Lisa found the love of her life and got engaged. So good things do come to those two wait. Don't worry, he's out there. I'm waiting. And I'm not going to worry about it. I don't care if it's been a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. I know it's a long time to wait. But why be in a relationship with someone that's not perfect? Too many of us are looking for Mr. Right who doesn't exist. But the person that you have in your life, either they're marriage material or they're not, people. Just cut them loose. I know you've heard there's more fish in the sea, and oh yeah, go and just get another one. Look, it's not about fishing and seeing who you can hook. It's not about getting your bear traps out and saying that I'm going to get this guy because he's got money and I want his house and I want this lifestyle and I'm going to elevate myself socially. Oh, I want that diamond ring and I want those furs. It's not about things. It's how they make you feel when you're with them. Now, I'm going to say something that's very profound that you might not like, but because in my culture, marriage is a contract. So we look at it as a business transaction. As a child, when this is being done, You might not realize this, but when someone comes to your home and you write out a contract and they give you gold, or like back home, they give you cows and I don't know what else they give you, whatever they have. You have to look at it more as, okay, what am I walking into? What does this person have to offer? Am I going to be able to continue school? Am I going to be able to work? How many children will I have? Does he want children? Does he not want children? How soon does he want them? There are so many things that you need to talk about. And instead of wasting all your time planning for one day that wedding and spending $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, put that money towards a house, getting a good start in life. I mean, I know we're not having marriages and gatherings today because of coronavirus and the last year, and people aren't able to date and meet people, and it's been very lonely. But soon things will start to pick up, and we'll be able to get together again, and we'll be able to go out there and dream and hope that your prince, your knight in shining armor, is out there. Because trust me, he is. I know mine is. And yours is too. For the Heart and Home podcast, I'm Sabah Fakhoury. Tomorrow, we're going to talk more about matters from the heart as well. So please join me and have a lovely weekend.